In this video, we're talking about that up-and-coming fight between Max Holloway and Dustin the Diamond Poirier for the BMF title. It is also Poirier's last fight. He's retiring after this fight, and it is also the third time that these two have fought. Poirier has won both fights, so is Max Holloway gonna get the third to try and get a little bit of revenge? So in the first fight, Poirier submitted Holloway in the first round, I believe, and it was Max Holloway's first fight in the UFC and his first ever loss. Second time they fought, it was a lot closer fight. Holloway moved up a weight class and it was a short notice fight, but Poirier won on points. So Poirier's got a submission win over him, a point victory over him. Is he going to get a knockout victory over him? This fight is definitely going to be an exciting fight. It is going to be a banger. And it's been very hard for me to predict who I think is going to win this fight. But in a weird sort of way, I almost feel like this fight has got pressure to win, but also got pressure to impress the fans. So I feel like this fight is more for the fans than more for either fighter to win in some weird respects. Because it's for the BMF title, and where is Dustin Poirier's last fight, I just feel like they're going to really want to impress the fans. This is why I feel like they're not necessarily going to fight what I would say the keys to victory would be to fight. So what I mean is, Max Holloway, let's start with him. Obviously, they're both strikers. Max Holloway is going to use his boxing. I feel like he definitely needs to mix up his kicks in this fight. And I feel like he needs to close the distance now and again and work the clinch as well. Get in that clinch range. He's got nice knees, nice elbows. Get in that clinch range and mix it up with that, and not just try and stand out on the outside and box. So, for Poirier, now this is a big one. He's already know he's got a submission victory over him. And Max Holloway, if there was a slight hole in his game, you've got to say it's the wrestling. He's hard to take down, but he doesn't really sort of use wrestling. So this is where I feel like Poirier should use the wrestling, not just to take him down, but to also keep Max Holloway guessing as well, which will open up more strikes. But I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna try and wrestle him at all. I feel like they're both gonna, like I said, fighting for the fans. They're both gonna want to stand and trade and bang it out. So, who do I think is gonna win? I'm going to go with Max Holloway. Again, this is not disrespectful to either fighter. This has been one of the, genuinely, I feel like I say this all the time, but this has genuinely been one of the hardest ones to predict who I think is going to win. I just feel like since the first two fights, I feel like, obviously they both improved, but I feel like Max Holloway's improving that little bit more. And as well, where it's Dustin Poirier's last fight, I feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions with that. Now, emotions don't always win fights. As well, this is being quite, not morbid for me, but quite depressing for me. I'm not normally like this, but I feel like it's going to be a fairy tale win for Poirier, and fairy tales don't often happen in life, and I don't know, I just feel like Max Holloway is going to get him this time. He's got more to fight for in the future, because we know Dustin Poirier is going to retire, so that's why I'm going with Max Holloway. Don't get me wrong, I'm not for one split second saying that Dustin Poirier trained hard for this fight. I guarantee he's trained hard for this fight. We know he loves to bang. I guarantee he wants to win this fight. But does he want to win it enough to mix in the wrestling and make it almost not a boring fight, but not as as an exciting fight as it could be, as if he would just stand and trade and bang. So this is why, this is a bit of a controversial thing I'm going to say here. I know people in the comment section might not like this so much, but this is why I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of this BMF title. I don't know, I just feel like there should be one champion, and the baddest man on the planet, like, everyone who fights in the UFC is tough. Do you know what I mean? Some fighters choose to be more smarter than tougher to win certain fights, and I don't think that should be taken away from them. So, I mean, like we was just saying, like, I suppose what it stands for, because I'm probably contradicting myself a little bit, is who is the toughest, or who's willing to not do what they need to do to win and do what they need to do to be tough. But I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I love the fighters what fight for it and what they represent, and as a fan, everyone likes to watch a banger. 100%, everyone likes to watch a banger. Should they have a title for that? I don't know. But anyway, so my pick is Max Holloway, and another pick is, this is going to be an exciting fight. It is definitely going to be a banger. So let me know in the comment section, who do you think is going to win and the reasons why.